Hey everybody, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here. Lunchtime live craft time, so I hope you're ready. I have a quick, super easy craft for you today. You know I like inexpensive and easy crafts. And this is going to be a fun one. It's officially spring, right? It has been for a minute, but it's starting to feel like spring, at least where I live. It's finally warming up a little bit. All the green is coming out, and this is always the time of year when I want to plant all the things. I have really high aspirations as far as gardening and all the flowers that I love, but y'all, I stink. I stink at gardening. I have the brownest thumb ever. There's like a couple of things that I can keep going and keep alive. I usually do pretty good with herbs. But right now I have some basil and some lavender, which is not looking too hot in my kitchen. But we'll see. I talk to them every day and put them out in the sunshine and pray over them. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm going to do some plant stuff with you today that, you know, does not involve living things. So we're going to make a fun little craft using these artificial succulents, which is the kind, oops, I pulled the tag off. That needed to come off anyway. So these are the kind that are safe, right? They're always going to look pretty. And I love succulents. I've never actually tried to grow them. I think they're supposed to be pretty easy. I'm going to take the tags off while I'm talking, the little stickers. I got these at Big Lots. They were on the end cap in clearance. They were like $1. Of course, they've got the stems, so they're made to stick in a pot with rocks or a vase, whatever. But we're going to use them a little differently today, and we'll see how that turns out. So I've got 3. I just picked out some pretty ones that I liked. There's all different kinds. I've seen these. These were from Big Lots. They were like $1 a piece. But I've seen them also at Hobby Lobby, in any little craft section, wherever you find the artificial flowers, you should be able to find some of these. So we have this we're going to work with today, and I have just a picture frame I got from the dollar store. It was $3. And then I got this moss, green moss. It's a sheet, and I got that from the Dollar Tree, so it cost $1. So we're like at $7 for this little craft. So we're under $10, which is a good goal. Y'all do me a favor before we get started. Sprinkle this video to your friends so hopefully they can get inspired to do something crafty too. Especially your friends that have brown thumbs like me. Because they might think, oh, I can do this kind of gardening, right? So we're going to get started. I'm going to take my frame, and it's cute like it is, but I'm just going to take my little sanding block, and I'm just going to kind of run it over the edges just to kind of distress it a little bit and make it look not so new. So we're just going to kind of run that along the outer edge and the inner edge. This is really, I promise, super easy. This would be cute. I wanted it to, it's been sitting in my, well, you can't see, but I have a credenza, I guess is what you call it. I have a dresser behind me with all my crafts laid out and different stuff. It's kind of like serves as a work table. And I've had this craft up there for a hot minute, and I haven't been able to get to it. I was like, we're going to do that one today for lunchtime live because it's easy. So easy. We got our hot glue gun fired up too. All right. So you'll see I just kind of hit the edges just to kind of soften it up a little bit. I'm going to do the moss sheet first. How do I get in this thing? Sometimes they make things really hard to get into. And sometimes it's just me. All right, so we have this, and I thought I was just going to cut this like that. We're going to see if I can do it. We can do it. I have a little razor tool. You can use scissors. I just thought it might be easier to hold this to the edge and do it. I wonder if I can bend it. Yeah, I can do that. I might just try to start it with this and then cut it with the scissors. That might be, oh, actually I think it's gonna cut. I wasn't sure, I've never used these moss sheets from the Dollar Tree, so I wasn't sure how easy they were gonna be to cut, but they're actually really dry. So I'm just able to use my little razor tool. You could probably do this with a pair of scissors. And I'm kind of just, I'm using my razor to just kind of butt up against the edge, that lip, and kind of, now it is kind of popping and getting moss everywhere, but anytime you work with moss, it's going to be messy. You're always going to have to sweep afterwards. So we're just coming along that edge, maybe. That was a hard piece. There we go. Now, oops, this one little piece wants to hang on tight. It should just be able to, a couple of pieces are not wanting to give up. There we go. We can just pull it. So now I'm just cutting this. You'll see it's kind of netted on the back, so it's super easy. So I'm gonna put that, because you never know what we might do with that, right? And so I'm left with this, which is what we're wanting. It's kind of got some loose pieces there, and that's okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of, let me get my knife. It's in there. There we go. I'm gonna pop that back out, and I'm gonna get the excess off there. And now we're gonna just pop some hot glue on the glass, directly on the glass. I usually like to do crafts that allow me to reuse. And this will come off if you need a frame later. But for the most part, it's $3, so I'm not really worried about gluing right on the frame. I'm just kind of making some lines. Get a generous amount of hot glue. And I'm just gonna put this back in there like so to get it glued down. Just be careful, because hot glue's hot. In case you didn't know. But I guess you're not crafting if you haven't experienced a hot glue burn, right? All right, so super simple. I just hot glued that moss sheet into my frame. It's pretty, even just like that. So now I'm gonna take these little stemmed succulents. You can do this with flowers too. I just chose succulents because they're, I think they're pretty. So I'm just gonna go, I don't think these, I was hoping they would pop off, but there is a wire in there, so I think I should be able to cut it. And I just wanna cut close to the, I'm gonna try to get it flush with the base of the thing. And I might have to, it's pretty thick, so might have to just wiggle it, wobble it a couple of times till it gives. I maybe should have got my husband's wire cutters up here. This bad boy's in there. Ah, there it went. It pulled out. I was like, I know it should just pop off. Let me see if this one pops off. But it was really hard. There it goes. You just gotta put some elbow grease on it. Okay. So I didn't even need the, the clippers. You just gotta pull really hard. Maybe. There we go. That one was long. All right. So, and they are still attached. I was afraid it might come off. So now we took the stems off, so we're just left with the top part. So now what we're gonna do is kind of just figure out how we want it on there. And I'm just gonna hot glue them onto this moss, right? I think I want the green one, that one up there. All right. So now we're just gonna put like a generous, big old, put some in here too. And I'm just gonna hot glue this baby down. Just gonna give it a, hold it on there for just a second. Too cute. I'm trying to, y'all, I think I might really have found my gardening niche, right? Like, I think I could do this kind of gardening. My poor mama. My mama could grow anything, anywhere, like literally. She was a fabulous gardener. And she loved plants. Loved them. It didn't matter. You could give her a plant that was like on the brink of death, like it looked like there was no coming back for this plant, and she could bring it back to life and it would flourish. She was so good. I did not inherit that gene. I could raise babies though. Too funny. But thank you, Miss Rhonda, for sprinkling the video. That means so much to me. I appreciate it. That helps us out so much. All right, this one seems a little top heavy, but might add a little bit more hot glue. Just to kind of hold it in place. And the hot glue is gonna, you know, it's clear, so it's totally okay. It's not gonna be really noticeable if you need extra hot glue on there. Now the wispies, of course, you gotta kind of pull off. So I just put a few little extra pieces or squirts of hot glue, and I'm pulling these pieces kind of just apart and getting them stuck in the hot glue. Just play with it. All right, now I'm gonna do this last piece. I told y'all this one was really quick and easy. So get my glue gun. I didn't get any ribbon to put a ribbon on this. I really just don't think it needs a ribbon, but you could certainly add a ribbon. I think it's pretty just like this. Maybe a button. I don't know. Do I have an extra glue stick? Yes. Okay. Squirt a little extra down there. Maybe some wood beads I might add to the top or something, but I really don't think it needs it. I don't know, what do y'all think? I'm gonna hold it up. I think my glue's dry enough. And this might be a record for the easiest craft. Let me see, hold on, my glue might not be dry. This one's not dry, hold on. All right, I can't hold it up. This bottom one's not, it's almost dry. That one, it's gotta dry, that bottom one. But look at that, how cute is that? And it'll just sit, because it's a picture frame, so it'll sit like that. I gotta add a little bit of more hot glue to this bottom one, but isn't that the easiest and cutest little craft? Let me try to fix it while we're talking. The rest of them are good, but this bottom one's a little, he's a little top heavy. put him in like a kind of spreading his little petals out there and getting him to stay. Sometimes it just takes a minute, but overall it's cute. There we go. It might still need a minute, but look how, oh, there it goes. I just had to add a bunch of hot glue and kind of spread it out, but isn't that sweet? It's gonna look cute. I'm gonna put it on my desk, art desk. Maybe. I might put it in the living room just to add some greenery. So if you need greenery in your decor, a little bit, a house plant, always livens up a room and just brings a freshness to it. This would really be good any time of the year, not just in spring. But if you have a brown thumb like me, this is the way to go, friends. And it took really less than 10 minutes, not that long. The longest part was waiting on my hot glue gun to warm up. So, and it cost us right around $7. So frame from, I got mine at Dollar General for $3. The little sheet of moss, $1 at Dollar Tree. And then I picked up these succulents on the end cap at Big Lots. They were $1 a piece on clearance. But I have seen them in a Hobby Lobby. Anywhere where they sell artificial flowers, you should be able to pick these up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Lunchtime Live, and I hope this inspires you to do some gardening of your own. Happy crafting, friends.